and integrate this precise linear element with the organic planar element. It's all BS. If it looks cool, just do it, man. Don't forget to move your saws. That will do ya. How you doing, Exes?
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it fun? Just put your fingers in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So, I'm making videos about woodworking, right? They're not about your fingers or your tongue going. Right? Welcome back to the shop. Grant here as always. This project is a console table in my Scaffold design, which is a new design in 2022. I'm particularly excited about this piece because it will be my first look at the Scaffold structure in Walnut. Up until now, I've only done it in more neutral finishes of white and reactive black. Walnut will show the design in its warmest light. Scaffold design, as the name indicates, is inspired by the scaffolding I worked construction on to pay my way through art school. I deconstructed the linear pipe elements and reassembled them in relation to the live edge of the walnut top. My attention is mainly focused on how two or more components relate to each other. I like to join parts together to complement the nature of each of the members. All right, working on the console table again today. Today we're gonna today we're gonna join the elements here. So we got the two legs. This is a brace that is like a faux leg, so it'll be in the same orientation to the tabletop as the actual legs, but this will just act as a receiver for these three braces that run parallel to the top that run into one of these legs. And then we got to cut up another dowel to make braces that go at the bottom of the legs. So we're going to be routing out some holes and routing out some half lap joints for these dowels to come into one of these legs and into this faux leg. But check out that waterfall. That's pretty spot on. Nice crisp miter there over into our live edge. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool table. Through tenons are a classic bit of craftsman flair. I like to take them a bit further by placing them on the contour of the live edge of the slab. Imagine a piece of architecture on a hillside, but miniaturized. The waterfall leg also generates the right amount of asymmetry relative to the spindle legs on the other side of the table. And that asymmetry lends itself to transition spaces like an entryway, which happens to be where this table will live and serve. Note the half-lap dowel joint is a distinct structure relative to typical furniture design, and it creates complex lines with two convex surfaces coming together. In a similar vein, the legs of the live edge and the precise round legs come through the top. I'm in a chatty mood, so I'm going to talk about my scaffold console table, my scaffold bench. They're the same aesthetic, just basically different scale, lending it to different purposes. A bench and a table. The table's taller, bench is shorter. You get it. And it revolves around two things that I love. Primarily, the first one being this joint right here, where these little dowels join with these big dowels. These dowels I turn on the lathe. You can see, I'm not going to move the camera. You can see the spur drive dent at the bottom of the leg here. I was going to show you. Show it like this. The magic of movie. Okay. So I create this joint using a router and a template. It's pretty straightforward. And it's basically just a round half lap. So you take one board and you lap over another board like that. You put glue in there and it holds it together. And in fact, this arguably would be even stronger than a basic half lap on two flat boards, because you have this radius, a radius over a 7/8 distance is going to generate more surface area than two flat boards. I think that works. I couldn't even begin to do the math on the surface area of that structure. I think that's got to be calculus, because it's curved and woo. Anyways, so I glue those on and I just clamp those on. I documented all that process already for you to see. And then after that glue dries, we glue in pegs, which go into these holes and into the leg, and gives it a second hold-on position. And then you gang them up in 3s or 2s like this, and it makes for a very strong joint. Now, the inspiration behind this is to have linear, precise elements juxtaposed against organic, planar elements, meaning a live edge board. It's just art speak for live edge board. When I say organic, planar element, just a live edge board, okay? We're gonna flip this table over. I gotta put these pegs in here, and then I'll flip the table over and show you how I create and integrate this precise linear element with the organic planar element. It's all BS. If it looks cool, just do it, man. What you doing back there? You getting in trouble?
No.
No? Now you can steer the ship. Where are we headed, Captain?
We're heading to the house.
We're going home?
Yeah.
You're gonna fly us to the house? What kind of ship are we on? Is it a spaceship? A boat? A ship? Like a sailboat?
A boat.
Yeah. So we're sailors. Oh, poop. That couldn't have been worse for me. I said poop. Did I say poop? I broke it. I got greedy.
I get to work.
There we go. Now, I'm not going to say my half-lap dowel joints are original or unique in the broad universe of furniture design, but I did conceive of them in the vacuum of my shop. It's dangerous to call anything original. More often than not, when someone calls something original or unique, they are more than likely just calling themselves ignorant. After all, there was once this wise fellow who said, "There is nothing new under the sun." I love these half-lap dowels for 2 reasons. The joint requires a lathe to create truly round spindles, and I love working on a lathe. Second, it creates a wonderfully complex line where the 2 joined parts meet. So, in case you're wondering why I'm wearing gloves, it is now full-blown winter here in Minnesota, and the wood shop is a very dry place, on top of it being a very dry season, and so I wear gloves to keep my hands from drying out and getting all gnarly, because even high-powered lotions, I guess, potent lotions don't keep up with the dry skin, and so I wear fingerless gloves now because I have particularly one spot on my hand that just dries right out and cracks and itches and bleh. So gloves for the next 6-7 months, no big deal. So these 2 dowels didn't pan out quite right, so I'm re-drilling them and we're going to re-peg them. The fit was a little too tight, they didn't go in as deep, and I kind of cracked them as I pounded them in, trying to force them in. And so then when I cut them off, the cracked pieces fell out of the dowel and it didn't look good. And it wasn't as strong of a joint. So this one and this one I'm redoing that. If you're paying attention in the previous footage, you probably would have noticed that these 2 pegs were out further than the rest to an unacceptable degree. So now I'm just very carefully I sneeze. So I pounded this peg in just a minute ago, and the glue inside there is coming through the pores and out the end grain of the spindle there, or the peg. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there it comes oozing out. Kind of cool. There, you can see the glue oozing out of the end grain there. So I just pounded that peg in, cut it off, flushed it, and now that glue is oozing out. Well, I think it's ready for... The legs are done. With the console table, a couple of rules that I'm playing with are I'm giving myself 2 basic elements. I have precise linear elements, and then I have organic edged planer elements. And I'm playing with how those two things can come together to create a useful table. So there's a few rules in there that guide the work and allow me to play with a few variables so that I can assess them, think about them, communicate these ideas with my customers. And then when a project is done, I can assess them and I can adjust the rules or add to the rules in such a way that I can progress in my creative expressions. So when I'm talking about all these artistic elements and the jargon, sometimes I hear myself and it's just dumb. Like, at the end of the day, it's about doing what you love and being creative. Man, I love it. Oh, I love it. Can't wait to do it again. And someday I'll look back at this body of work and I'll acknowledge all of its good qualities and I'll kind of roll my eyes at myself on all the things that I took way too seriously. Furniture design, making art, being creative is about the process and the journey and about discovering ourselves through the work that we create. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that. We like it a lot. Hey, it's Grant here. Thank you for watching. I love woodworking. I hope you enjoyed watching me woodwork. If you liked it, consider subscribing, leaving a comment, maybe sharing it with a friend. Have a peaceful day.